It's a race against time. In Bay City, Texas, a frantic rush to evacuate the senior center. The worst flood in memory is coming.
What's your name?
Monica Carpenter told us she had nowhere to go after she barely missed the last bus of evacuees.
You missed the bus?
Yes. Or whatever they have to go on. So now I'm just stuck.
Her panic overwhelming.
Or anybody still here so I can use a phone. I don't have a phone, I don't have anything.
How desperate is the situation right now, man?
It's bad. It's really bad.
She'd ignored Bay City's mandatory evacuation order until now. Local authorities predict Harvey could ravage this town of 18,000 people with as much as 10 feet of water. This is the Colorado River, expected to overflow its banks very soon, possibly flooding the entire downtown just miles away. County Judge Nate McDonald estimates a third of the town is choosing to stay.
How serious is the situation right now?
It's completely serious. It's a potentially catastrophic seriousness for us. We've got a Colorado River about a half mile that way that's projected to come up to potentially record flooding.
But hundreds of residents did heed the warnings and escaped on the last buses out to nearby Rosenberg this afternoon.
I was calling the storm a bluff from the beginning, but I guess it made a believer out of me.
Tonight, as the raging river rises, this town's future is in limbo. But as we spoke with Monica Carpenter, someone she knew recognized her and gave her shelter just in time. Gabe Gutierrez, NBC News, Bay City, Texas.
NBC News meteorologist Dylan Dreyer has been tracking every step of this storm. And Dylan, as you've been warning, this thing is far from over, including another landfall. I had to shake my head at that. Walk us through the next days and hours, if you will.
Well, we are going to see a third landfall, most likely near Galveston, Texas, and we are looking at that to happen early Wednesday morning. In the meantime, this whole system is still dumping tons and tons of rain in the Houston area, in Bay City, in Victoria. We're starting to see it lighten up a bit. Now it's shifted over into Louisiana. It's still meandering east-southeast, and it's going to pass out over the water. That's going to maintain the strength as a tropical storm. It's going to make its way as a third landfall Wednesday morning. And then it's going to move up into Arkansas and eventually up into Kentucky, where it could bring about 4 to 6 inches of rain. Around here, we're still looking at an additional 10 to 15 inches of rain, putting storm totals up around 50 inches. And because of that, we have flash flood warnings all across the area because, as you've noticed, the rain comes down heavy at times and it doesn't let up. And that's why we're continuing to see the flooding. And it's not going away anytime soon.
And this is still coming out. I will note, I walked out here 20 minutes before this broadcast. I was standing on the sidewalk. Now I'm in the water, a little bit of water, but it's coming up. Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.